So, well, I've had this come up a lot, and this is your designations. So tell me, do you actually know how many you have?
I stopped counting after 10.
After 10.
But yeah.
Got it. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and again, this could be a little bit of a helpful hint, especially for those of you out there that don't have it, because Sean and Alice may. But one of the things, I worked with an agent out of Sedona, and she had a solid 10 designations after her name. And I said to her, Chris, this looks really silly, right? Because nobody knows what they mean. And I asked her, and she's a very diligent, hardworking agent. And I said, here's your homework assignment. I want you to go back and take every single designation, and I want 1 or 2 sentences after it that explains why this is advantageous to the buyer, and then 1 or 2 sentences why it's advantageous to the seller. And we created a personal brochure on her designations. One was listed buyer, one was listed, one panel was buyer, one panel was seller. And it was an amazing thing. Now, she didn't sit there and read it. She literally just would drop it off before her resume and that little designation sheet. So I'm not sure if you do it or not, but if you do, great. Let's get everybody else to do the same. No, first,
and yeah, it's not quite as detailed as that. We kind of just put it in a resume format without an explanation. But again, if somebody asked about it, we're ready to go to explain it. But yeah, it is kind of silly looking to list them all like in your signature or something like that.
Yeah.
So we don't do that. But if I may, I'd like to share a little story about what maybe even motivated me to do that in the first place. So when I first got started, I didn't know anybody in the county. I had just moved here. A lot of people told me this is a relationship business and it's not what you know, but who you know. Well, I didn't know anybody, so I figured I better know something. And then at the same time, somebody, a customer actually on a negotiation said, okay, Sean, I think it's time to bring your boss in. And I said, oh, I feel like I got a good handle on this. He goes, well, she has all those fancy letters after her name, so she probably knows a little bit more than you. So that's how it started. But I really did see the value of the education after I went and started collecting. I call them collecting designations, but it's really collecting knowledge and experience. And I'm very, very happy that I did it. Do people get impressed with how many I have? Not really. It's a small group of people, usually educators, that see the value. But once they get into the transaction, that's when they see the experience from the things that we've learned by getting that extra education.
Nice. Very, very well. Well put. I understand you're a member of the Luxury Institute. Tell me about that experience.
Very, very, very high on my list of goals, and it's not easy to achieve, especially as a new agent. I don't really consider it cheating because I did have to impress a established luxury agent in the area, but I was able to co-list my first couple of luxury properties with her in order to build trust in the community to be able to do this on my own. So there are some requirements to be able to even apply for that guild designation with the Institute. And that is one of my most proud achievements. I wear the pin on my hat, and that's the one I get the most questions about.
That's an interesting. I have a lightning round, which you guys will be in privy to, and it's a list of about 25 just really quick things, and one of them is the pin, by the way. But yeah, the Luxury Institute is a really, really good place to go, and some really unique and valuable information, especially when you're getting into that luxury market. How did you hear about Real Marketing?
I think it was through the Institute. They were doing an interview with you, and I watched a few of the different videos, and it seemed like a really good fit for the type of business model that we want to run.
Got it. And then what was your first step with us?
We were doing market reports. I believe you guys call them the dollar mailers. But yeah, so we picked one subdivision that we were very excited about farming, and we have just kept on going.
Now, I believe you're doing more than one at this point.
Yeah, again, if we're past 10, then I'm going to stop counting.
It's like the designations. Once you get After we run out of fingers, Sean goes, that's it. I've got 20 cards, but I stopped at 10. So yeah, that's good view. And I think that is, this actually feeds right back to your earlier comment about your previous business experience of finding something that works and step and repeating it. And so a lot of times, every time when I do a live seminar, which could be an hour and a half, I always say, if you can't step and repeat something in this business, it's a hobby. So if I can't take what you do and go across town and repeat it and get similar results, it's probably not a good place in your business plan.